talk about a plant that's getting a lot of attention these days, that's the mosquito plant, or the Citrosa geranium. Now, just about any magazine or newspaper or even mail order catalog, you're going to see an ad for these mosquito plants that's being sold. Now, they're being sold as repellents for mosquitoes and black flies, but let me give you a little bit of the history of the plant and how it was actually developed and what's happened over the past couple of years since it was introduced into the United States. It was actually developed in the Netherlands, and what they did, they took the Pelargonium citrosum geranium, which is the orange geranium, and it's very similar to other scented geraniums like we have here in our raised bed gardens and our formal gardens. Very fragrant, and they actually cloned it and crossed it with the citronella grass from Japan, and they took genes and tried to splice them to come up with the citronella oil in the actual geranium, and that's why it's called Citrosa geranium. Now, while they were doing that, they also have it cloned and replaced the genes where supposedly this plant won't ever flower. Now, scented geraniums, if you've ever grown them, you'll know that they will flower, and we have one over here that's flowering with a pretty purplish flower. Now, they're not grown for the flower, they're grown more for the scented foliage. But we'll keep an eye on this one and see if it will flower. We're not really sure. And again, these are very costly, anywhere from $10 to $12. And so when they come in the mail, they're just almost a little cutting, so you have to really baby them along to get them to that point. Now, what the claims are, they're telling us that if you plant this in the patio or in the landscape, it will repel the mosquitoes and the black flies as far as 10 feet away. Well, those claims are a little bit hesitant in believing some of those types of claims. So, of course, some researchers from across the United States have done research on it, and they find that they don't really repel insects in that area. If you think about it, common sense would tell you that it wouldn't. But if you actually crush the foliage, you might get them to repel in this general area, or if you crush the foliage and rub it on your skin, you might get them to repel. So you have to take it with a grain of salt as far as how you're going to use it. Now, it's not to say that the end product, which is citronella, is not a good product, and you can see that by all of the products that are out on the market. There are candles that you can burn. There's also lamps with citronella oil that you can burn out on the patio. There's citronella granules that you can sprinkle to control insects in the lawn and garden and the patio area. And there are bug sprays that have citronella in them that suppose they're a little bit more safe for your skin use, and that comes in a lotion and a non-aerosol spray. So all kinds of products have hit the market as a result of the introduction of this plant. Now, the plant, if you do purchase one and try to grow them, it's like all the other scented geraniums. They need full sun. They're not winter hardy, so if you leave them outside, they will die back on you. So most people would bring it inside. It is attractive. The foliage, like I say, does have a nice smell to it. But I think the bottom line is, if you're getting all caught up in the hype over the new mosquito plant, just, again, take it with a grain of salt. It's a nice, attractive plant that you can grow in the garden and landscape. Don't expect it to really control the mosquitoes and stuff, though, by just growing it in the landscape. But I think if you think about some of the byproducts, though, they are very good products and will help alleviate some of the products. So again, keep all that in mind if you're going to go out and try to grow them, and be a little bit more observant in some of the products you see in the market, because they are an end product of this particular plant.